Right, welcome back folks, and today I've got another wee how-to video for you, and it's for this, which is Nvidia Shield. This is a 2017 model, sorry, Nvidia Shield TV I should say, and this thing's got a noisy fan in it, so tried clearing it out, clearing the dust out and so on, and it's still really noisy, so I think the fan's on its way out. So a little 10-minute video showing you how to take it apart, replace the fan, we'll even do the thermal paste, so stick around, find out how it's done. So what you will need to do this is a small Phillips screwdriver, a T6 Torx screwdriver, some isopropyl alcohol and some thermal paste. And of course, not forgetting, you'll also need a new fan itself. Now you can get these from eBay or you can get them from AliExpress, places like that. And the one I've bought is actually second hand, but it's been fully tested and I paid around £20 for this. But hopefully this should be good. You can see there's some scuff marks on it. So it's quite clearly been used, maybe in a laptop or something like that, or another Shield TV, but yep, hopefully it's all good. So onto the actual unit itself. So at the back here, you'll see two small Phillips screws. So you'll need your screwdriver for that, and take those two out. And once you've got these out, the top panel should just slide off. I'll just get this last screw out here, and I can show you that in a minute. Taking longer than I thought. So it should slide off towards the logo, and you can see here, just clicks out, creates a little gap, and you should be able to lift the lid off. Now just be careful, there's a little wire in here attached to the main board, and that is for the LED strip on the top of the case, this little green strip here, so just be careful when you're taking it off, you don't rip it right off, and this should just pull out nice and easily. There's no tools or anything needed, it just pulls off. And it can push back in when you go to put it back on. And you can see all the little screws that are holding down the main board. There's 6 of them in total, T6 screws. The two at the left hold down a little tension bracket onto the heatsink. On the other side of this bracket is the actual chip, the processor. And you'll see that as once I get it all took out. So yep, remove all 6 of these and keep the screws safe, don't lose them whatever you do. Put them in a little box or something, keep them handy, because they are pretty tiny. And the last screw here, and we should be able to get the main board off. So this should just lift off easily now, there's nothing clipped in or anything. And on the other side you'll see, oh, sorry, just forgot to mention here, this is the fan connector, so again that just pulls out nice and easily. On the other side here you'll see the chip, and you'll see it's caked in thermal paste from the last time I've done this, it's a bit messy. We'll clean it off soon. And we can actually see the fan now, the old fan. And again there's 3 T6 Torx screws holding this down. So if we just remove these, the fan itself should lift out pretty easily. And again, make sure you keep all the parts to the side, don't lose anything. And then the last thing we need to do is just take out this little heatsink, and this is the one that's attached to the CPU to keep it cool. Get some isopropyl alcohol and give it a good clean off. As I mentioned earlier, this was absolutely caked the last time, so this will probably take a couple of attempts to remove all of this thermal paste. And then we can do the same with the actual CPU itself, the processor on the main board. Again, some isopropyl alcohol, and we can clean that off. But before I do that, I'll just finish off this little heatsink. Make sure I get all that old thermal paste off. And like I said, same again, you can do the same with the CPU or the processor. And we can see that little Nvidia processor hiding under there. Now you could really go to town on this and get a cotton swab and clean all the little bits out properly. But I'm just going to do this for quickness. Just get the main stuff off the actual top of the processor itself. So just getting the last little horrible bits that are stuck down the sides. And you see some of that flaking off, the old dry stuff falling onto my desk here. But there you go, nice clean processor. Now you can put the heatsink back in. Now this just locates into place. There's two little lugs either side of it that locates it, so a little bit fiddly, but it should find its location itself, and there we have it. And then we can now apply the fan, or I should say place the fan back in. Just align that with the 3 holes and get these 3 little screws out of the old fan. Now just pay attention to these screws because they have little rubber mounts on them to stop any vibration, or I should say stop vibration from the fan. So they act as anti-vibration. You can see that the screw passes through these little rubber washers, if you want to call them those. So make sure you don't lose those, and those are the 3 that are needed for the fan. So we can screw these down, no particular order, and that's the fan located back into place. So next up, we can apply some of this new thermal paste onto the processor. Now I've got tons of thermal paste that I use for my PC builds, and this is Thermal Grizzly. This is the best stuff that I can use. And this is the aeronaut one. You get one for air type coolers, and then you can get ones for like AIOs, which is cryonaut. But I use this stuff when I've got a fan type cooler. So just a little splodge right in the middle. Doesn't need to be too much. Just as I say that, I put too much on. Little bits kind of fell on top of the board around about the processor, so I'll just clean that off just to tidy it up a little bit. And once we've got the thermal paste on, we can flip the main board over, place it back down and align it with all the holes. So again, 6 screws in total. And so once we've got it aligned, it's just a case of putting all the 6 screws back on. But the first thing I would normally do is I'd place the little tension bracket back on. And this holds the CPU down into the heatsink, as I mentioned earlier on. You don't need to tighten the one side down. I would do one side slightly and then the other side, and just keep going back and forward until it feels kind of a decent tightness to it. Doesn't need to be overdone. You don't want to strip those screws. And then after that, just go ahead and do the last 4 screws, I should say. And that is the motherboard, or the main board, all back in place. Then next we can do the connectors again, so we can hook the fan back up, and we can hook the little LED from the top panel back up again. You can see those are connected. Just pop the lid back on, leave a little gap at the back, and then slide it again back into position, and you should see that the lid is flush with the back of the case, like so. And then finally, just those last 2 little screws, and we're just about done. So this video has obviously been speeded up a little bit, sped up a little bit, but you can do it in about 15-20 minutes if you've never done it before, and that really is a doddle. Job is done. Easy. I did say it'd only take 10 minutes. It really is a doddle of a job. 10 or 12 screws, wee bit of thermal paste, wee bit of cleaning, and your Nvidia Shield TV's back to almost brand new. Now, I love this little thing. I use it for emulation. I use it for a Plex server that I've got as well, full of kind of movies, TV shows and so on, and I just don't want to give the thing up, you know, don't want to replace it. I'm quite happy to keep going with it. So I'm delighted that that little 10-minute job's got the thing back up and running. As always, leave a like and subscribe. Any questions or comments or whatever, leave them down below, and hopefully I'll be back with something again soon. See you later.